Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Tony of Comic Conversations, and on today's video, I will be recapping Amazing Spider-Man issue 27, Osborn Identity Part 3, Private War, by Dan Slott and art by Stuart Immonen. Alright, with that out of the way, let's go straight into our book. Castle Karkov, deep in the heart of Skymeria. Osborn's doctors warn him that the repeated facial surgeries will eventually take a toll. Osborn doesn't want to hear it. Osborn is furious that Spider-Man called him a coward, unwilling to show his face in public, he said. He assures Osborn that he's the best in the world and that he used all of his skill to perform the surgery. Norman responds, "So what you're saying, Doctor, is that I have no more use of you." Osborn throws a pumpkin bomb full of vaporized goblin serum at the Doctor. Norman reminds us that Spider-Man did something to him, making him immune to the effects of the gas. He says he's no longer mad, but 100% Norman Osborn now, and that makes him a far more dangerous creature. It's then that we're given a good look on Osborn's new appearance, and it's nothing pretty. Countess Katrina Karva assures Norman that his face is that of a man who brought new life to her country, a man who deserves respect at all times. The Kingdom of Skymeria is now the largest weapons manufacturer in all of Europe and perhaps the world, she says. Cut to Silver Sable telling Spider-Man that the people of Skymeria have been reduced to slaves, forced to work in factories. Spider-Man says he'll happily free Sable's people, but as they fly Spidey's self-proclaimed instruments of freedom, he wants to know why she isn't dead. Last time he saw her, she was being drowned by Rhino. She tells Spider-Man that she activated her cloaking gear, allowing her to disappear from Rhino's view. She preferred everyone thinking she was dead because it gave her a strategic advantage in the element to surprise to go after her enemies. She was only sad that she could not tell Spidey or her countrymen that she was still alive, which allowed Skymeria to fall in the hands of the Countess and Norman Osborn. Nick Fury Jr. is grilling Harry and Aunt May about Peter's providing support for an incursion into a foreign country. Both know nothing about it and even disapprove of Peter's actions. Mockingbird has a platoon of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents ready to take Peter's plane and crew, but they only find an abandoned cargo plane. Nick Fury asks about Mockingbird's location. She is not with the crew. She's been communicating through her comms. Mockingbird tells Fury he'll find her ID and badge. Consider this her resignation from S.H.I.E.L.D. as she greets another plane with Spidey, Sable, and all of his other vehicles aboard. Sable introduces us to her Wild Pack. They'll be leading their own battalion of freedom fighters, she says. Spider-Man leads his private army into Norman Osborn's munitions factory. Sable's Wild Pack makes sure all the workers get to transports before the bombing can begin. It's then that Peter again calls out Norman Osborn. Norman says he won't allow Spider-Man to goat him again as he reaches for his face. Osborn responds with tanks, gliders, and goblins. The Skymeria people don't trust Spider-Man, Mockingbird, and the Wild Pack. They could be worse than Osborn, they say. It's then that Silver Sable reassures them that they are on the side of the Angels and the Skymerian people. The people cheer for Sable and gladly evacuate in Spidey's transports. Spider-Man tells the Goblin Army, "Say hello to Spider-Man and his amazing friends." Mockingbird assures him, "We're not calling ourselves that. No one is ever calling themselves that." Spider-Man tries to at least convince her that he had a decent Al Pacino impression. Hoo-ha! Osborn says it's time to bring out their big gun now. Countess is disappointed, hoping they could have saved it for a special occasion. He blames Spider-Man. Countess tells her people that they're under attack and to run for shelter. They are the lifeblood of Skymeria and the country's most precious resource. Norman's forces laugh at the invading army. They know what's coming. One of the goblins says, "Spidey's forces are going to lose." Spider-Man is shocked that the Goblin Army is so strong. He can't figure out why, until while fighting one of them, he removes their mask, revealing their goblinized face. Peter is shocked. "Osborn, what have you done?" he says. It's then that we cut to Osborn monologuing to himself. The Goblin Serum was always his greatest creation. Having years to study it allowed him to create the perfect super soldier serum. Why waste the super soldier serum on a single person when he can create an entire army with it, as he loads pumpkin bomb after pumpkin bomb into a rocket? He's going to convert the people of Skymeria into his invincible army of goblins. To be continued. End of issue 27. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, check you guys out next time. Adios!